Have you heard Weekend Plans' new song, Dance With Me? Let me put you on real quick to the homies. Weekend Plans is an 8-piece band right here in RVA. And anyone who's seen these cats live knows that they're an absolute vibe. Picture like 8 dapper ass dudes, all killing. They're all like really, really good at their instruments. If you're tapped into the live music scene around Richmond and you haven't seen Weekend Plans, then it's very likely that you've seen one of their band members playing in a different band, because they're like literally all in several different groups across different genres.
Do they sing?
Perhaps that's why their sound is so versatile, often being described as a mix between funk, soul, jazz, hip-hop, and R&B. Which brings me back to Dance With Me. WP fans have been cutting the rug to this tune at live events for years now, but we can finally work out our best moves to this song on repeat in the privacy of our own home or vehicle. I mean, right off the bat, it's like chicka chicka chak, boom boom, boom 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 boom, and you all like, hey, let me get on the good foot real quick. The mood is playful, confident, swagger, for the grown and sexy. The song is a bop, so you know I had to chop it up with him. But first, let's find a fit that fits the vibe of this song. What's up, everyone? This is King Richie with Here RVA. I'm on this conference call with Weekend Plans talking about this dope-ass new single they released called Dance With Me. So, I've listened to this song probably about like 75 times at this point. I'm always dancing around in my room to it. I'm curious kind of how the release has been going for y'all so far.
I think the release has been going solid so far. A lot of good responses, a lot of good engagement on not only on our social media, but on our Spotify, our iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play. It's been good to finally get this track out and have a video that we did with Hourglass Sessions.
So far, people on my end have been really digging it. It's like, oh, you guys finally put that out. Good. Now we can like have that to listen to like whenever.
A lot of people like when they're hearing this, they're like, man, that's crazy that you said that, because like they don't, they only have heard it really live. And so, with the band and everything behind it, they're like, yeah, that's, we love the vibe, but now that it's like a track online, you know what I'm saying? Like people are like, damn, man, y'all put your foot in that shit. That's a really dope ass fucking song. People at work have been like, yo, like I caught your video, and I'm like, yes.
Kind of everybody that was just like, oh shit, you guys haven't had this as a single yet? And we're like, nah. But the fact that we gave them a double whammy, and I got a lot of positive that there was both, online, a studio version. But I mean, I think that live video connects, and I've gotten an incredible amount of positive feedback from everybody I respect their opinion of.
Weekend Plans is for everybody. Like the old heads love Weekend Plans, and the new heads, like, our generation and younger, whenever I see them like exposed to Weekend Plans for the first time, they're like, oh man, like, the energy, the live instruments, the vibes, the dance tracks, the lyrics, the everything on their face. You could just see it on their face. Like they've never experienced something like that. That's about accurate in y'all experiences too?
Yeah, actually, Jules's uncle, who's 40 something, said digging the new track now that it's dropped. A nice 1984 funk era vibe with a current flair. And those are like his exact quote. So yeah, I mean, you're like nose on with it.
I've heard people say that we sound, in essence, more mature than we did on our previous releases. Like our sound is, we more or less sound like we know what we're doing now, and it's nice.
I would like Jordan to answer this first. Is Weekend Plans the new grown and sexy?
I think Weekend Plans is whatever it needs to be for that individual. I think it can be grown and sexy for somebody. I think it can be, like you said, the new hotness. I think it can be, that classic flavor. I think it can be dance music. I think it can be relaxing music, it can, I think we can kind of mold and fit to really be anything that people want, just depending on, what we bring in that particular song. Because we take in so many different influences that our sound is kind of limitless in what we can really produce. It's really just, it's up to us to to put it out, So yeah, I think it's music for everyone.
Jordan Mason 2024.
Oh, come on.
Yo, seriously, I'm like, that was a very diplomatic answer right there. It's like, I will not confirm or deny, but if the shoe fits and it's grown and sexy. Like, what are some of the, like, the influences of, like, era style that, like, went into maybe the writing and also the, like, arrangement of this song specifically?
Kind of a disco club scene is kind of how I envision the song. I was listening a lot to, and you and I spoke about this a while ago, listening to Usher's Confessions album, and I wanted like a disco version of the song Caught Up, so I wanted to have kind of like club vibe where it's also telling a story. So it kind of came into like a more of a pop funk disco type of vibe that I wanted to go for, heavy on the bass, that's kind of driving the whole train, and some really good storytelling in there.
Where were you when this song came to your head? How did you kind of go about getting into the band and everything?
So I was driving, and normally I just have a lot of sounds or riffs or runs or lines that come into my head. Normally it's a lot of bass lines. And so while I was driving, I got out my phone, as a safe, responsible driver does, and recorded a voice memo of the bass line, and kind of just let the rest of my thoughts kind of be free for the rest of that. So it ended up being the bass line plus a couple of the hits in the verse, and then kind of mumble scatting the melody of the chorus. I think I sent it to Jordan first. People liked it, and it turned into what it is now.
How does it go from your idea to the band to now what we have is a consumable product that we can, play in our vehicles in our privacy of our homes?
We typically lean on Chet as our resident horn arranger. We lean on Deshaun as our music director. He plays a very vital role in the full arrangement of the tune, as well as Jordan. Forrest and Justin will then lock horns for chordal context, and then Marquise and I will get together on a verse. Logos is pretty apt to having bars immediately. Kind of as well. I don't know how he does it, but he's just like, oh, what are these? What is this, music? All right, cool. Let me write something.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not the case with Backseat Love.
It was not at all. It was not at all.
How that went. Not had to go on a walk with Delort for that one. That was crazy.
But yeah, that's typically how it goes. Like the idea will come, it'll go to the rhythm section first, and then go to the horn section, and then it'll while that's being bounced around, it'll go to myself for vocals, and to Logos for bars, and then we'll meet in a rehearsal and scratch it out.
Logos,
Yo.
Can you kind of tell me, like, what was your mindset going into writing this verse and everything?
Thank you. Yeah, panic was the immediate thing. I think I started off most writing processes with a healthy dose of panic. When I was writing for this song in particular, it's crazy because like the song we've been playing and we've running it for so long before it just dropped. But in its inception of the bars and stuff, that was back when like I first joined. Ton of songs I had to learn because we had some huge hits. I think it was like I had a month to learn all of you guys' prior stuff and to write like 5 to a bajillion new songs and have them memorized and ready to perform in like a month and a half before Jazz Fest.
You had a month and 7 days. You had a month and 7 days.
Yeah, I had a month. Yeah, for at least 9, I think 7 to 10 songs had to be like really nailed, which is great because I have ADHD and nothing does us better than panic. I'm also a Taurus, and nothing does us better than procrastinated time frames. I was like running it in my head, and all I had was like the beat itself, And you know, I'd done some rap to like punk stuff. I've rapped before. I've written raps for plays before. Like one year I did it for back when it was Theater Lab. It's the Conciliation Lab now, but shouts out Conciliation Lab. But when it was Theater Lab, we did Barrett Brecht play, and it's like this weird like constructed music and crazy shit, and I wrote bars to that. So getting bars for like a funk song was like really, really good. Listening to it in my head, I thought back to some bars I had written before, and I switched it around a little bit to kind of fit that first part, that dun 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 dun. And I was like, huh. I had this one melody. It was like Marlboro fingers and cranberry juice. I should be rapping, so wrapped up with you. And I put it to the dun dun dun. And I was Marlboro fingers and cranberry juice. I should be rapping, so wrapped up with you. Playing these games, and then I just kept writing from there. So that's kind of like where it had to like hit that hill of like, all right, I got a good bite of what this first part felt like, and it just felt like, you know, it felt exactly like what I had heard from the verses before that. It's like I'm talking to a girl, and I'm gonna tell her everything that there is to know about me. So I tried my best to put that out in that 16. And that first part is it's actually crazy. The first part, Marlboro fingers and cranberry juice, is that's an ode to like an ex of mine, where like that's what we used to do. We you know, mental illness is a thing. We both had depression, and so like we really bonded over being at home. And the thing that we would always do is we would like draw straws and do rock, paper, scissors to see who would go to the store and get our packs and get with our juice. And I lived next to Lombardi Market. So we'd always get like janky, you know, second rate cranberry juice, because we both loved that shit. And we'd always get Marlboros. It was all the Marlboro Reds or the NXTs.
Yikes. I remember when Marquise was first doing the rap for this song, and he couldn't find the downbeat to save his life.
Bro, I was really ready to swing on it. I was really like, there's the one thing, yo, if you are a rapper out there and you think to yourself, I'm gonna do that the Roots type shit and I'm gonna rap with a Bam Anderson pop. You're thinking that in your head. You don't know what you think you need to know. That's some key shit. To know where the downbeat is in a room full of musicians who know that shit by like feeling. They're like a blind swordsman. All of these guys are. So I'm sitting there like, wait, hold on. They're like, yeah, you know, the C section gonna slide in like a B section. Like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on. I have a notebook with words. All I know is that you wanted me to practice these words, and they don't send you. All 8 of them can't send you their track, so you only get the section that you have. And so I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And I'm like, when am I going in? And Deshaun's like, you going now? Deshaun's animated. I'm like, I can't take this no more. At the time I was smoking cigarettes, boy, I swear to God. Like it was a hot mess. I got there though. I might have changed that motherfucker.
This is a judgment-free zone. If there's any footage of any Weekend Plan show when I was still rapping, and it was like recording me getting into my verse, tell me Kane did not look at me and go, to help me get on that beat. Like
look, no. It's this face.
Every time I just look at him like, now
it's like he's not looking at you, he's looking like away from you slightly, and he's doing this with his finger to let you know, like, boy, if you don't hit this right now, I swear to God, I'm a hit. Nah, I'm joking. He's not no James Brown out here.
I'll give you 2 for nothing, just like a 1.
That's cool though. That's cool.
We love him. But there's some shit that this man does that is unforgivable. That is a straight yes can. This dude, yo, he'll give you the downbeat and then he'll stare at you and rap different lyrics to different songs while you're rapping a separate song. You're looking back at him like, what the fuck is you doing? And you have to keep it, yo, I swear it's like some weird psychological thing. He should have never went to school for psychology. They taught him too much. Really? Yes, yes, you do. Every time, bro.
I
do
it, absolutely bro. Would never. It ain't even Thursday.
Wow. Look, bro. 8 of us in a group. Hard. I like that callback. Yeah, I was about to say somebody's gonna catch it, but 8 of us in a group. Hard to get us in a rehearsal. He will spend time in that rehearsal fucking with my mind. And then we're at the gig. Yes, boy, I see. Ooh. And then at the gig, he will literally look at me. If I mess up and just start laughing. Oh man, yeah.
I am offended. I am appalled.
How do you think I feel?
At these allegations and accusations.
Allegations.
I can second Marquise because I also was helping you out in the chicane foonery. So
There you go. There you go.
Not funny now. I didn't know we were going to be on an episode of Mari tonight, fellas.
I didn't either. This is not how I expected this to come.
Nah, when it makes it good to have this kind of like energy, because when you pull up to a dude house at 1 a.m. and you're like, bro, I really don't know how to write this song. You need somebody who's gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need somebody who's like a lot more lenient on like the funniness, or a lot more accepting of how funny it is to write lyrics about things that, like, you know, maybe on a given day you're not really thinking about that shit, and you got to really be like, man, what the fuck am I really coming from? You know, so I fuss with the fact that he's a playful partner. Pause.
I gotta talk a little bit about this Hourglass Sessions. I've never cheesed so hard through an entire video. And it was just like this emotion of just like joy, entertainment, and just like almost like laughter, but not because I was laughing at y'all, but because I was just, y'all just look so goddamn cool. From Chet coming and flipping that hourglass,
Yeah,
to Jordan over there with his sunglasses on, just vibing with his little shirt, little mesh joint shirt on. So fucking love with the hoop, one hoop that you could fit a basketball through.
Hoop dreams out here.
Overalls, like,
bro.
I'm like, who are these dudes?
Yeah. Shout out to Christine, Wyatt, and Amanda. Amanda did the costume design. So
yes,
shout out to them.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time we played with Chet since he got back. Was that day?
Yep.
That was
all Chet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so that was it meant a lot, and that's why when you said the thing about him flipping the hourglass, when I watched it the first time, I like giggled at work. I was like, literally, like, all right, let me just go ahead and put my AirPods in.
It was smooth as hell.
It was smooth. It's weird because, you know, I'm there when it happened. I'm there when, because they're talking, you know, everybody's, the director's like, yo, we want Chet to do the flipping. And everybody's like, yeah. But to see it and what it meant, I guess, for this group, it was like, damn, bro, he bagged. Like, that's crazy. Like, that was dope.
Shout outs to Chet for that. Quick shout outs to Deshaun, because Deshaun's so good at playing his instrument. He can, you know, twirl the stick, do all these, but he ain't flashy with it. Like that stick twirl, like they caught it at the perfect moment and everything. He did it as casually as, like, you know, you might rub your nose or something. So that was the moment. That was definitely a hot moment.
Yeah. Bro, Deshaun could make a sandwich while he's playing drums, no problem. Honestly.
Facts. Yo,
he'll make the sandwich. He'll paint your back porch. He'll walk the dog.
Just realized I was muted. Y'all are dumb. But
yeah, it's actually, you would actually grill a steak while you're playing drums.
I could.
That's actually the situation.
A full New York strip while doing a crossword puzzle with your left toe.
Like so, left toe, not left big toe, left pinky toe, just left toe.
You only have one. I was trying to I didn't want to bring it up.
Since the accident.
Okay. Anyway, but back to what Richie was saying. I to get that flip, it probably took like 15 good like runs. Otherwise, I was gonna drop that stick, or I was gonna forget to do it. Christine's like, "Can you just like make it look cool?" I was like, "I don't know if I look cool at all right now, so I'll try my best." But apparently, it looked cool. It was just a little skiddly pap, scoot-madoo, and here we are.
Nate, haven't heard from you, my friend. Give me the scoop about 2 questions. In your recollection, how many takes did it take y'all to get what we saw? Because I heard Hourglass, you know, wanted to do it on one take and everything. And 2, not that this is a judgment zone or anything, but who was fucking up the most? Like, who, if you had to do multiple takes, like.
I want to say we actually were only able to do, I think, like 4 like full takes where everything was filmed and everything. We did like hella run throughs of everything before we even started doing takes, which helped a lot. But I think we only did like 4 filmed takes. And I mean, as far as who is fucking up the most, I mean, I always feel like I'm fucking up the most. So
it's all cap.
Damn, that's humble.
Nate was perfect. Nate was perfect. Get all that.
That's cap.
Happened right now. He was at all even has no percentage of at all.
I forgot to play the track in one of the takes.
What do you mean? What do you mean you forgot to play the track?
I forgot about that.
I forgot to play. I have all I programmed all the backing tracks, the cue out, like percussion stuff, the hits, all that stuff. I forgot to press play on one of the takes, and we just had to do that joint naked. And I was like, okay, I'm glad we're not using this take at the end of the day, but it was so stressful. I was like, I can fix it. I didn't fix it.
I definitely fucked up the most. Because that walking back sequence, it like started almost started a gang war on set. So it was.
That's right. My whole slot in the beginning, I fucked that up at least 3 times. And they're like, let's redo it. It was a very specific timing to get everything right for that flow, man. I think we all fucked up probably equally, to be fair.
Yeah, at least y'all's instrument didn't break. Mine literally did on set.
Really? How did it break?
We don't need to point any fingers, but let's just say a wire became loose. And then, it was able to be like temporarily reattached and everything. It was all good, but it was just Deshaun had to run and get his bass as a backup bass for like a temporary little fix. But we ended up being good.
For nothing. I ran
for nothing. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I owe you gas money.
For nothing.
Bro, it was down the road, to the left, to the right, up the street, down the road, and he acting like he drove all the way to North Carolina to get his bass. It wasn't even like that.
To be fair, we did call you, but you left your phone.
I did. I went up the wall of Jericho to get my bass, bro, and then
you had like 3 missed calls from all of us.
You went up the wall.
I was trying to go as fast as I could. No, phone ain't important, bro. I was trying to get that bass. As long as I had my keys, we were good.
Congratulations again on a super fire release with Dance With Me and a great Hourglass session. What can the fans expect from y'all coming up soon?
The unexpected.
Like whatever it is that you saw in that video, the music is there, but that energy is on every show.
We got a lot more content, a lot more music on the way. A lot of shows coming up in the new year. So, stay tuned on all things on our social media, our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube at Weekend Plans Music. Find us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, Tidal, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Napster, Foursquare.
WeCanPlansMusic.com.
And our website at wecanplansmusic.com.
Yo, thank y'all again for jumping on here and everything. We appreciate y'all's time. And I'm out. That's it. That's the scoop. Make sure you stream Dance With Me by Weekend Plans anywhere you stream music. I'm King Richie. Until next time, peace.